So here's how we start our day. I come out into the garden because I'm gonna make breakfast and I have to keep it where you know who can eat it, Kitty. And then what I do is we roam around, I pick some peppers. I even take a leaf from the sow thistle. And as I'm roaming around, I can pick anything I want. Swiss chard. I love my green Swiss chard. Pick that up, and then of course, we also have our okra. And all this can go into our eggs. And let's go mosey on in and see what I do with it. So the first thing I do is come into the kitchen and wash everything up really good in the sink. And then I just chop up my Swiss chard. Sometimes I take the stem out, the center part, and sometimes I leave it. Depends on my mood. Now, I also cut up the sow thistle, which is greens. I know it's a weed, but it's really good for us. And then the okra I chop up and put in there. This okra had no seeds in it, so it's the perfect time for me to eat it. I like it like that. Just chop that up. Now, I found a little zucchini that didn't develop, didn't get pollinated, but you know what? The small ones are perfect to eat too, so I chopped that up. And then I just took a red pepper from the garden, a sweet one, and I took out the seeds. Sometimes I'm going to plant it, sometimes I forget and compost the whole thing, but I took the seeds out and I chopped that up. That's all there is to it. Now, it's a matter of putting in your farm fresh eggs. Now, we do have farm fresh eggs, and the girls are out there, and they're roaming around. So I crack my eggs individually, just in case there's a bad one for some reason or something I don't like about it. I don't have to throw everything out. So you get all the eggs cracked, and that's it. Now, a little salt, a little pepper, and whatever you want to put in there. We just are very simple here, and it tastes really good. Just stir it up really good. And see, when you start stirring up the egg in there, it kind of breaks down the Swiss chard right away. And that's it. Now, all that goes into the compost bucket because that is going into my composting place in the garden. Now, I started to heat up the pan with a little bit of oil. I use olive oil, which is excellent to cook with. And now it's just a matter of putting the egg mixture, everything in there on the frying pan. Isn't that cool? It's really simple. This is what we do pretty much every morning. And it can be different every morning as well as what's going in there. Now this goes back onto the burners and just heat it up until you get it the way you like. You like it really soft? Yep, she's waiting. She's always right there. She knows. And that's it. You make it the way you want to eat it. Now, she is waiting and knows that she's having breakfast with us. And that is all there is to it. So good. Why is there no onions? And yes, we grow tons of walking onions, which we use in everything, but it's not in here right now. Why? Because of that. But don't worry, there's onions. We just serve it on the side. So if you have a place to grow a few greens, just think, you can forage in the morning and put whatever you want in your eggs, whatever you're growing. It's perfect, and you can change it up every day. You can eat it like this, and sometimes Gary rolls it in a tortilla or stuffs it in a taco shell. Good. So all you need is a few things growing. One tote, a couple buckets or some flower pots. Grow some greens and some herbs, and you'll be able to make your own fresh breakfast in the morning with great nutrients because you grew it fresh. It hasn't been touched or irradiated or anything. Fresh from Mother Nature, from your garden, big or small, to your plate and into you, which is so important. And why don't you tell me, what do you like to put in your eggs? Tomatoes, peppers, zucchini, eggplant? Share what you like putting in your eggs and what you enjoy eating. Might give somebody an idea. With that, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.